Hey guys, so the For Real Life coming to you from the log cabin here in Lebanon, Tennessee. I want to share something with you about how we manifested our dream log cabin. It's on 42 acres right on the Cumberland River, and it's got a fishing pond, and it's amazing. But I want to tell you how we manifested it. And I think you're going to find this story to be really amazing. So, I always wanted to live in a log cabin. It's always been a dream of mine, right? I'd look at magazines and dream, and you know, that was it. It was a dream. So, I decided to start writing it down. And I've done this before. I've done this with several homes and even a vehicle. So what I do, I'm going to teach you my manifestation magic, okay? So what I do whenever I want to start manifesting something, the first thing you do is to write it down on real paper with real words and a real pencil or pen, okay? Old school. Because in the beginning is the word, just as the Bible starts. This is how God himself, the creator of everything, created with a word. So words are so powerful. This is how we create anything is first we start thinking about it. What do I want? We think, okay, I want a log cabin near Nashville in the woods. And so it's first a thought, and then the second part is the word. So writing it down is the first step to manifestation. It's taking those thoughts and those words and then putting them in the material world on paper. So that is the first step, and it's so powerful. So I started writing down, I want a log cabin, and I'm going to find the piece of paper and show it to you. This is just one piece that I started, and you probably can't read it. It says what I want. In February of 24, we're now in January of 25, and I'm living in my dream log cabin. I mean, check it out, right? So in January of last year, I started writing down, I want a log cabin in Nashville. Right? And I put, I am so grateful now that I have a log cabin near Nashville. I am so grateful now that I have a 3-bedroom log cabin near Nashville. I started writing it down, and I started writing as if it had already happened. I started saying, I am so grateful now that. So faith is the seed. Faith is what waters the seed. So you plant a seed, a thought, an idea, a dream, a wish, a goal, and then you just start acting as if it's already happened. Ask and you shall receive, right? Act as if. So I started thanking the universe, God, for bringing me the log cabin of my dreams. And 1 year later, yeah, here we are. I'll introduce you to Elmer, the elk. He watches over us. Okay, he's above the front door. I mean, look at this front door. It's like gorgeous, beautiful. So, yeah, we have our own recording studio in here. All of our music equipment set up, and not to mention that it came fully furnished. I mean, there's so much furniture in here. We didn't have room to bring anything else. Like, we just brought, actually the beds were here. We put our beds in the garage. Like, we didn't even have to bring our own beds. It's fully furnished. Dishes, cups, utensils out the wazoo. Like, we have so many dishes, it's ridiculous. So anyway, fully furnished log cabin on 42 acres, totally exceeded my expectations, my dreams, my wishes. I mean, look at this place. So for several months, I continued to write this down. Also, number 2, I made a Pinterest board, a vision board. I used Pinterest. I got on there and I found a bunch of beautiful log cabins, and I created a dream board for my log cabin. And so I would look at that whenever I was just scrolling through my phone, right? I would look at all these pictures. Did you know Abraham Hicks, who's a teacher of manifestation, one of the world's leading teachers of manifestation, says that it only takes 17 seconds to focus on an image to start to create it. So 17 seconds of like focused thought and imagination. So the image, we are created in the image of God. God imagined what he wanted to create, and then spoke the word into existence. So the writing it down, like I said, is so important. Looking at it whenever you can. I would look at it all the time. It's the best time is first thing in the morning when you wake up and right before you fall asleep. Your subconscious mind is in alpha state. Your subconscious is very malleable. You're just very relaxed, and it's a great time to plant these seeds of thought, right? So I did that. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd get on Pinterest and I'd look at my dream log cabins, and I would just imagine being there and act as if. And I would say, thank you, thank you, thank you, that it's already my reality. And 1 year later, it is. So really, that's all it takes. It's so simple. And I have had success not only with this log cabin, but with other homes as well and other properties. So it's really not magic. It's very simple and it's very easy, because everything is created in the image, in the imagination, and through our thoughts and our words. Our thoughts are so powerful. Our words are so powerful. And writing it down is the first step to manifesting your dreams. Something else I want to show you that's really, really cool. So Thomas had a tray. If it is like a TV tray, right, that we used to use in the 70s. It's from the 70s, right? But he's used it for decades. He's used it. So he had it in his truck. And I never saw this before. But the day that we moved into this cabin, he brings this out of his truck and he shows it to me. So I want you to take a look. It is a log cabin with a small pond out front. And for years and years and years, he used this tray, and he would say out loud, one day I am going to live there. And it manifested. So we are so happy. We've had so much fun here. It's been amazing. It's a dream come true. And you too can manifest the life of your dreams. I wrote a book called Manifest Like a Motherfucker. And it's a short 18-page book that's crude, rude, and socially unacceptable. But it's a fun read, and it just makes manifestation real. It's a little vulgar, I will say, but if you don't mind some F-bombs, it's called Manifest Like a Motherfucker. So, what do you expect? But you can order it. It's on Amazon, I believe. It's on Barnes and Nobles. But I have manifested multiple homes using this method, and you can too. So get to work. Capricorn new moon is today, January 18th, 2026. New moons are the best time to plant seeds for what you want to create in the next 6 months. So you get out that paper, get out that pen, get out that notebook, and start writing down what you want to manifest in the next 6 months. Write it down every day. Read it every day. Get some pictures. Go on Pinterest. Make a vision board. Look at it as much as you possibly can, and begin to thank the universe, God, for manifesting the life of your dreams. So simple, so easy. Actually, I'm sitting in our recording studio in the log cabin. So one night we're just scrolling, right? Laying in bed, scrolling on our phones, and I happened to pull up Facebook Marketplace, and I saw this beautiful log cabin for a very affordable price. And I thought, first thing I thought was, it's a scam. Like, this cannot be real. That cannot be the real price. So I messaged them, and the next morning I woke up to a message and from a woman, and so I gave her a call, and she says to me, "Oh my gosh, my ad was flagged shortly after posting it because they called it discriminatory, because she had written that she wanted to rent to a couple, and you're not supposed to say that." So what happened was Facebook flagged her ad and they removed it, and she lost over 100 contacts except for mine. I was the only contact that she had left. So she was kind of in a panic at that point. She's like, "Oh my gosh, like, do you want the place?" And I'm like, "It looks amazing. But I gotta talk my boyfriend into it now." So I had not even told him. And so I'm like, "Give me a minute." I'm like, "Oh shit, how am I gonna tell him about this?" Like, so he was really sick at the time. He had like the flu and he was feeling like crap, right? But I was fixing him up with my herbal remedies. But I told her, I said, "My boyfriend I really want to bring him to see the place, but he's really sick right now." I said, "But maybe I can come out. I'll just sneak out and go see it myself, and then I'll tell him all about it, right? I'll go check it out, make sure it's for real, it's not a scam." So I go out to my car. I told him, I was like, "I'm gonna get out for a bit and I'll be back." And I went out to the car and my car wouldn't start. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh." So I call her back and I was like, "Oh, I really want to get out there, but my car won't start." I said, Can you give me maybe a day or two?" And I said, "But, if you have other people interested, I don't want to hold you up, right?" So she's like, "No, no, no." And that's when she told me, she's like, "I lost all other contacts except for yours." And she's like, "You gotta rent this place for me because I gotta be moved out in 2 weeks." And I'm like, "Oh no." Like, now I'm feeling like pressured, and I'm feeling bad because like she's kind of in a pickle. And so anyway, I was like, "Okay, well, let me tell him about this place and see if he'd be up for driving out there and checking it out." And so I told him that I had found this great place, this log cabin, and he's like, "Oh no, here we go again." Like me with all my ideas, right? He's like, "Oh God, another adventure." So he's like, I told him, I said, "Well, she lost all of her other contacts but mine, and now I'm like, I feel bad for this woman because she's in a pinch to move and go back home. She had some family that was ill and that she wanted to go take care of." And I was like, I was feeling really bad. Like, now what are we gonna do? Because this lady, she was kind of in a pinch. So he's like, "I'll tell her no," right? He's like, "I don't have a problem telling this woman no. Let's go. I'll tell her no." And I was like, okay. But in the back of my mind, in my heart of hearts, I knew as soon as he saw it, he was going to love it. So But she only had one picture of the exterior, by the way. There were no interior photos. So all you could see was the outside of the house, which looked amazing, but you know, you never know. So I talked him into driving out here. It's about 50 minutes outside of Nashville, which we were both working in downtown Nashville at the time. We still, still are. So it's a little ways out, but it's a beautiful, beautiful part of Tennessee and Lebanon, and the drive was just beautiful. So big, beautiful homes everywhere, and just an amazing area. And something like we would never, now looking like at this area that we're in, we're so thankful they let us live here, right? So it's a very affluent, wealthy area. So anyway, we pull down the long gravel driveway, and on the left is this beautiful pond, and on the right is this big, beautiful log cabin. And we're like, whoa, wow, it's gorgeous. And the first thing he said to her is, "We are your people." And we hadn't even been inside yet. And he was like, yes, we want this. So I was like, oh my God, thank God, right? He loves it. And then she brought us inside, and I couldn't stop. Like I was like, no way. This place is out of control. And then it's comes fully furnished, and we're like, oh my God, what a deal. So that's what happened. Somehow the universe wiped out every other contact she had and left it just for us. And I was just amazed at how it manifested. And like I said, just a year and a half later, we haven't even been here a year. What am I saying? So it was about a year and a half ago. I'd say I worked on manifesting it for like 4 months. So not even a year and a half later, I am literally living in the reality that I imagined, that I pictured in my mind, that I wrote down, that I prayed for. We prayed together, and we prayed that we would find a place, not only like a beautiful log cabin, but a place for artists and musicians to come have retreats or songwriting retreats or record, make music. So this is literally our dream come true, and it manifested very quickly. And I just wish everyone knew just how easy and how simple it can be to co-create the life of your dreams. It just takes a little bit of effort and a lot of faith. So manifest like a mother, and get out, like I said, get out that pen, that paper, start writing down the life that you want to live in. It's all in your imagination, and ask and you shall receive. Thanks for listening.